Tru Inferno. Back at it with another Black Ops 2 commentary video for you, the YouTube citizens. And I still gotta push topics back because some things keep coming up. In this case, it was a form of a topic that somebody else did last week that caught my attention. Now, I've been hinting about this topic for a number of months. Going back to 2012, maybe 11, I'm not sure. But either way, I've been hinting about this topic, although I have not mentioned that I was going to... Yeah, I did say I was going to mention... I did mention I was going to do this topic or discuss this topic one of these days. But I've never done it yet until now. Until I saw this video last week. And the topic I want to get into, which would be a two-part video, is hip-hop. Real hip-hop, hip-hop versus rap, and all that. What's my thoughts about it? Well, the video I saw last week is entitled WTF is Real Hip Hop by this musician by the name of Shizzy Sixx. For those of you who don't know who he is, yet you watch my videos, apparently you don't watch the end of my videos because I have featured some of his music at the end of my videos. He got a pretty good following on YouTube because of his music. At one point he was making music based off of video games and cartoons, and then he went from that to making actual songs or whatever. He got music videos, and I think he's working on that album. I don't know, but he's coming out with music like crazy. So, and he's real good at it. He's really good at it. So you need to check him out. Now, he did a video, like I said, a 7-minute video about what's real hip hop. So let's start off with his definition of what he thinks real hip hop is. Now, basically in this video, I'm gonna talk. It's basically a reaction to what he said. In the next video, I'm gonna give you my views on what hip hop is and all that stuff. So let's start off with his definition of what real hip hop is. In his mind, and again, he mentioned this at the beginning of his video, that this is all based off of his opinion. In his opinion, real hip hop is hip hop that someone can relate to. It's a person that's speaking about something that is true to them, or that others have experienced. That is true to other people, or that others have experienced, I should say. And whatever it is that person raps about, if a person, whether it's you, me, or anyone else, can relate to it, then it's real to that person. Therefore, it counts as real hip hop. Now, I disagree with this definition of real hip hop for so many reasons. The first reason is because it's too broad. It's not detailed enough. And what I mean by that is, like, based off of what is real hip hop, and based off of what, you know? So that's the questions you gotta ask when describing something to be real hip hop. So is a song like what? First of all, what's considered real hip hop? The artist, the album, the song, the hook, that one verse, that one bar, that one line. Like, what is what is considered real hip hop? You know, based on, you know, what that person says, you know, whatever. And then, you know, it's again, it's not enough detail, and then you have to look at it like this, like based on that one line, that one bar, that one hook, that one verse, that one song, that one album. Now all of a sudden we describe this rapper or this artist, I should say, to be a real hip hop artist. You know, these are questions you got to ask, and just by saying that it's hip hop that someone can relate to, it's not explaining enough as far as like what is real hip hop and what is real hip hop based off of what. So those are the questions you have to ask when that definition was given. I don't think he answered those questions with this definition. And this is not an official definition. You know, it's not like this is a definition that everybody, well, I ain't gonna say it. There's a lot of things that everybody won't agree on, but like there's no one person who is considered to be the grandmaster of hip hop gonna walk up and say, yeah, this is true. So I can't really say this is an official definition that that everybody can look at and say, yeah, that makes sense. Another reason is because you don't have to live it to relate to it. So the perfect example is sports journalists. There are some sports journalists, sports commentators, sports analysts, and sports reporters who has been covering sports for years, and yet they had never played in the pros. They had never played in college, nor had they even played the sport themselves. But yet they still cover it. They watch other people play it, and even though they haven't played it themselves, they can still relate to that sport. So in this case, he used the example of Jay-Z. So old school Jay-Z, he did songs about struggling, how he was out in the streets, how he was selling drugs and all that crap. And yeah, there may be somebody who is like that that can relate to it. Or there may be somebody like me who has never been in the streets like that, who never sell drugs, and things of that nature. But I may know somebody who either experienced it because I've seen them experience it, or they told me themselves that they experienced it and gave me detailed stories about what it's like. And even though I never lived it myself, I can relate because of what I was told and what I have seen. So that definition is off right there. Then of course you gotta look at the me factor. And I covered that in my arrogance videos. There's some cats out there who will go around and say, if I like it, then the whole world will like it. If I don't like it, then the whole world don't like it. So in this case, they may say, oh, I think this is real hip hop, therefore everybody should believe that. Or they may say, I don't think this is real hip hop, and then they go turn around and say, the whole world gonna think that this is not real hip hop. No matter what anybody else says. So again, using me as an example, I never been in the streets, I never struggled like that, but yet, so I would say it don't relate to me, so therefore it's not real hip hop. But I know my boy who has been in the streets, who has struggled, cause I seen it and I heard stories about it. But with the me factor, I'm gonna disregard what my boy says because I never lived it, so therefore I can't relate to it. Therefore it's not real hip hop. Whether somebody experienced it or not, whether I know that person or not. And of course, another reason why I disagree with that definition is because the rapper themselves never lived it. They never lived what they're expressing in their songs. So they may talk about going out there and selling drugs and all that crap. And yeah, there may be somebody who done that and can relate to it. But the rapper themselves have never done that. They're basically storytelling. They're basically playing a role. And it's funny I say that because he also, Sixx also goes on to say music is entertaining whether the content of the song is real or not, which is true. And then he adds on by saying some people want to storytell and play a role, whether it's true or not. It's still entertaining either way, which is true. So now, by him saying that, it contradicts himself with the whole real hip hop definition because now you're saying, oh, as long as it's entertaining, then it's fine. Whether it's real hip hop or it's not, it's still entertaining. So I'm like, like which is it? Like, do you prefer it to be? Again, this is not a diss video, but I'm just it's a reaction video. Like, do you prefer it to be real hip hop or not? But in this case, I guess he's saying it don't matter because he's still being entertained, which is a good thing. He also goes on to say that there are some cats who believe that the lyrics to the song, if the lyrics to a song isn't lyrically advanced, then it isn't real hip hop, and he believed that needs to stop. Now, I will admit, I am one of those people who will go around and say that back in the day, especially back in the day. Now, my views on that may have changed a little bit, but I will address that in the next video. And then he goes on to say, like, there's some cats out there that complains about shit not being real because they are old hip hop heads that are trying to hold on to their youth and can't get used to the fact that hip hop is constantly evolving, which is true. And I'll get more about that next week. He also goes on to say, not every hip hop song is going to change the world or reach your hearts. Hip hop is club bangers, intense wordplay, bass heavy, fuck provoking, and whatever, which is also true. Cherish it when the song hits you, but not every song is going to touch you, so don't bitch when it don't, which is also true. And again, I'm going to address those comments in my next video, regarding what is considered to be hip hop, what is considered to be real hip hop, what is considered to be rap, and what is considered to be whatever. And some of the issues that I have with that, based on the public, based on public's eye, based on the media's eye or the media's view, so to speak. He's also talk about guys like Eminem, basically saying like with Eminem, there was a song where he talked about cutting people's heads off. Obviously, he never done that, but at the same time, how he mentioned it in the song, how he delivered it in the song, the lyricism they used was dope. Therefore, it's entertaining. Going back to the whole storytelling and playing a role comment that he made. And then I read the comments, and there's this one guy named Can Kill Tit who says something that is mostly true. He says, and I quote, also the radio needs to be more balanced. There's too much quote hype music with rappers either promoting violence or drugs, and that's fine, but I feel like it's giving this generation of people the wrong ideas about what hip hop and rap is. All music has a purpose. Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And even in a hype song, you have rhythm and poetry. Not everything is going to be about the struggle, just like not everything is going to be about the money, drugs, and hoes. No matter what it's about, it's on one. Therefore, it is good hip hop. So there's no problem with either kind of hip hop. The problem is the radio today doesn't have a balance of the two types. They only play the hype music, and because of that, that is what's selling, and that is what kids are growing up on and thinking is the real way to live, instead of getting an understanding that that is merely a character. They don't get a balance of exposure. That needs to change. The majority of that is true, but there's some parts in that that isn't true, and I would get more on that later, because you can see the game is over and we barely lost because of we ran out of time basically. And look at this sheet. The final kill cam was on me. That's kind of messed up there. But outside of me being a part of final kill cam for the wrong reason, it was a pretty close game. Made it competitive, and I had a pretty decent game. I didn't leave my team already, but it's whatever. This new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, and what you are listening to right now is Calm Before Chaos. Another beat off of my newest beat album, The OGs, which is out now. Download it online for free from truinferno.com, or click on the top left box right now to listen to the entire album on YouTube. Yes, I got the entire album on YouTube, so you can listen to it right now, or hit up truinferno.bandcamp.com to download the album for absolutely free. This is Jay Ryder Seconds, and peace out, y'all. Part 2 next week.